This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2012 Freedom Express hybrid trailer by Coachmen, and it's a 22 DSX is the model number. So this is not a floor plan or a sales video. It's a how-to video. I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work, okay? Now when it comes to lowering and raising the beds, we'll show you that in person, how that works. Same way with, it's got a manual awning on it, so we'll show you that also when you come to pick up. Alright, so you have stabilizer jacks on it. It just takes a 3/4 inch crank or a 3/4 inch 6-point socket on a drill to operate those. This is your service panel for your refrigerator. You don't really have to go in there. That's for servicing it. Right below it here, that's your furnace vent. Now, we have outside speakers, obviously. Now, this is the vent for the range hood. So if you're gonna turn the fan on in the range hood, you want to make sure that the baffle is open here, so it flaps freely when you're venting to the outside. Also, the most common way to get water to the trailer is the city water hookup. That's on the other side of the trailer. Now, this is the freshwater tank fill. You would use this when you don't have plumbing on the campsite. So if you don't have any city water, you can pre-fill this tank and then turn on the electric pump and pump the water out of the tank just like you have city water. Everything will work the same, but you'll just be pumping it from the freshwater tank, okay? If you have city water, you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so you have two 20-pound LP tanks. You have a deep cycle marine battery. This is your power tongue jack right here. So keep in mind that you have a light here, a hitch light. You retract and extend. Now, if you pull this plastic plug on the top here, there's a 3/4 inch hex there, so you can crank this manually using your 3/4 inch crank, or you can use a drill with a 3/4 inch 6-point socket on it, whatever you want to do. But you can't operate it manually. You get yourself out of trouble. Okay. So as we move down here, this is your power cord. It pulls out of the trailer. The 30-amp cord. This is your outside shower right here. This is the city water hookup right here. This is the most common way to get water to your trailer. You just hook the hose onto there, turn it on, and you're all set. You have cable through, campground cable through to the trailer. This is your water heater. This one is brand new. So it works on both gas and electric. This is where you drain it from right here, just so you know. That's where you drain it. The switches to operate it are inside the trailer. I'll show you that when we get in there, but it'll run on gas or on an electric heating element. Keep in mind you can never run it without water in it, so always make sure that after you, let's say you drain it, you're going camping in the spring, and you're not going to camp again until the late fall. So after your spring trip, you'll take this plug out and drain out the water out of the water tank so it doesn't get that rotten egg smell to it, for example. Just remember to always fill it back up before you ever turn it on in the fall when you're going to camp. You always got to refill it and make sure that there's water in the tank, okay? Alright. So, keep in mind that when they're new, the manufacturer states you should inspect the roof and the seals every 90 days. Just keep in mind you need to go out there and look at all the roof seals, make sure there's no cracking or separation, no way for water to get in, that sort of thing, okay? Alright, so here we go inside. You have a basic sound system here, and a TV. It's an oversized TV, but this is what the previous owners had here. You can do what you choose. Okay. This is your water pump right here I told you about. You'll use this water pump when pumping fresh water out of the water tank if you don't have city water. You also use this pump to winterize the trailer. To light your water heater on gas, it's right like that. It's automatic. To light it on electricity, light up the heating or send energy to the heating element, you're just going to go like that. Okay. You can check your levels. Battery's charged. Fresh water is a third full. Black is empty. Gray is empty. So keep that in mind. This down here is your furnace right here. And this is the thermostat. You click it all the way to the right to shut it off. When you want to use it again, you're just going to click it left. It won't go very far, and it's kind of tough to operate, but they're all like that. That's just the way it is. So I guess that's so you don't turn it on by accident or something like that. But you click it over to the left and set your set the thermostat, and you can go from there. Now when it comes to the AC, it's kind of like a window AC that you've got your thermostat here, and then you got your cooling control knob here. You can run it on fan, 2 fan speeds. Fan is just the air conditioner running without the compressor, and then you have other speeds here for air conditioning. So keep that in mind. This is your awning, or no, it's not. It's not your awning. It's your antenna. So keep that in mind. That's up on the roof. Let me look around here. See if I forgot anything. Okay, so this device right here, this is your power converter. Let me see if I can get it open here. It's kind of tricky sometimes. There we go. So what this does is it converts AC to DC power. So you start when you're plugged in, you got 120 AC right here. You got these circuit breakers like you see at home. They're all labeled. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC on this side. You got 12 volt fuses, and they're labeled. This is also a battery tender, so as long as you're plugged in, it's going to sense how much energy your battery needs and keep it charged up. Okay. Alrighty. Bypass valves for your water heater are behind this bottom panel here. Alright. The water pump is down here. Okay. When it comes to your range top, I don't know if he's got gas turned on right now, but I'll just talk you through it. You spark it by turning it clockwise, like so. You have 3 burners, 3 knobs, and then of course your oven. Let me see if he's got any gas. No. So it's shut off right now. But when you light it, you click it, they'll light obviously. Now the oven, all the way at the back, there's a pilot light back there. So you need a long grill lighter with a long neck on it. And basically you're going to go to the oven knob, you're going to go to pilot, then you depress it. Keep it depressed through the whole procedure. You come down here and you light the pilot light with your grill lighter. After it lights, you still hold it for another 10 seconds or so to heat up the thermocouple. Then you're going to go to operating temperature. It cycles as an oven does. When you shut it off, the flame goes out, but so does the pilot light. So you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Okay, this is the range hood we talked about with the baffle on the outside. Of course, there's your microwave. Your refrigerator is a gas absorption refrigerator. If you can see, I've got it on auto right now. Auto basically means electric. The reason they call it auto is because if you have a let's say when you first turn it on, it seeks out electricity, regular current, campground current. So it seeks that out, and when it finds it, it just uses that. But if it can't find it, it'll automatically switch over to gas, so you don't spoil your food. Also, another way to look at it is if early in the morning you're leaving the campground to go away for the day, go exploring somewhere for the day. It's a hot day. An hour after you leave, although you're running on electricity, you have a power outage at the campground. So it'll sense that and automatically switch over to gas for you. So auto's the best way to go. You can run it on gas like that, but auto's the most common way. Another thing to know is this device right here is called a thermistor. You want to slide that thermistor and that bracket up all the way. You can see the sticker says the higher you go with it, the cooler it is. So generally speaking, you're going to have it up all the way. Okay, so let's see what else we have. This is a smoke detector. I'll have to check it for you. It doesn't seem right, does it? I'll make sure if it's not working, I'll put one up there that does. I'll do that right after I stop the video. Okay. Now this can jackknife flat, this couch, so you can sleep here on this. You can also drop this bed or this table down onto the cleats and turn this into a bed if you need to. So a lot of sleeping room. Let me look around, see if there's anything else that I forgot. I think I pretty much have it. Let me look. Yeah, that looks good. So what's left is the bathroom. So the one unique thing on this bathroom that you don't normally see in anymore is when let me make sure the pump's on here so I can show you. Yeah, the water pump's on. Like I said, if there was city water hooked up, we wouldn't need no water pump. All right, so that works like that, right? But if you do this, it'll start that. See what I'm saying? So normally when this is down, the faucet will work, but if you want to use the shower, you pull up on it and it will engage the shower. It's like your diverter. It's similar to a regular diverter, so keep that in mind. Also, this GFCI here, all the plugs in the trailer are wired through it, so keep in mind if you're using something outside that pops the outside plug, it's reset in here. Oops. The toilet, you have to remember that this is the flush pedal here. You have to put chemical and water in it before you can use it. You can't use it dry. So directly below there is the black tank, right? So after you hook up your power and your water at the campsite, you'll come in here, you'll dump a dose of chemical right in the bowl, and then you'll step on the pedal and stay on it till at least a gallon of water goes down into the black tank. Then it's ready to be used. You can't use it dry, otherwise the smell will be terrible, plus it can get clogged up. So always start off with chemical and water in it, okay? I also have a vent here. Alrighty. This is your dump hose here. So when you bring your room in, you can move this piece around. So it's a different kind of setup with a little, little two-seat section to eat on. It'll play cards on, whatever, and then you have your regular one here. So, okay. Okay, so I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember what I said about keeping the seals inspected. Look, any place you see caulk or seal it from the factory, give it a look every now and then, and if you see any cracking or separation, take care of it. Don't use caulk from the hardware store. Go to an actual RV place and explain what you're doing. That'll give you the right stuff. And the last thing is, right now this is in camping mode. It's been dewinterized, so the antifreeze has been purged from the system, and it's filled with water ready to be camped. Okay? Thank you.